The international backlash over the new nuclear submarine deal struck between the US, UK and Australia is raging on, with France and China equally furious at the announcement. Paris called the deal a stab in the back, as the new pact means Canberra will abandon a €30 billion contract with France to build 12 new submarines. The EU's foreign policy chief, Josep Borrell, said it's a sign Europe must survive on its own. This move from the Biden administration stunned many in Europe who see a Trump-style course of action.
We welcome European countries playing an important role in the Indo-Pacific. We look forward to continued close cooperation with NATO, with the European Union, and others in this endeavor. France, in particular, is a vital partner on this and so many other issues, stretching back generations, and we want to find every opportunity to deepen our transatlantic cooperation in the Indo-Pacific and around the world.
Washington insists France was aware Australia was going to sign with them.
We are engaged closely, and we were engaged in advance of this announcement with leaders in France about this purchase. They were aware in advance of the announcement, yes.
Since Britain's handover of Hong Kong to China, France is the only European nation to have significant territorial possessions or a permanent military presence in the Pacific.
Well, let's get more on the continuing political and diplomatic fallout over that AUKUS deal. We can talk now to Fabrice Potier. He's a senior consulting fellow from the International Institute of Strategic Studies. Well, thanks for joining us here on the programme. Well, the French have made their anger clear over this deal, but is there more to this? Are they just upset because of the economic blow?
I think it's both a major commercial setback. The submarine contract was worth something like €30 billion. But it's also, I think, behind that, a strategic setback for France, which really built up a partnership, a very close partnership with Australia over the last 10 years, not only for commercial purposes, but also to position itself in the Indo-Pacific region. So I think this kind of explained the French anger, even though I think there's a context that Francis is missing and maybe has been missing over the last few years, where Australia has shifted much more to where the US is when it comes to China.
Now, the three parties in this deal say that this agreement will strengthen the Western presence in the Indo-Pacific region. But at what cost? Is it worth doing if it jeopardizes, crisis or the confidence in the partnership here in Europe?
I think we have to take a broader look here. The US went for those, in this case, the UK and Australia, who are willing to, I think, get even closer in terms of technological, intelligence, and political cooperation. I don't think the other Europeans, the European Union, but including France, were that interested in joining the US in building that kind of new compact, which essentially is to build up a resilient group of countries vis-à-vis China. Remember how Macron kind of very, in a lukewarm way, welcomed President Biden's declaration on China. So I think we're also paying for our very balanced approach to China, while the US is taking a much harder stance. And along that, the UK and Australia are willing to join. So I think we have to look also at the bigger strategic picture. We have made a choice to be balanced. And in a way, we are paying the consequences because others are willing to take a stronger position.
Insightful analysis there. Fabrice Potier from the International Institute of Strategic Studies. Thank you.